Welcome to the Explainer. We live in a world that is just drowning in data. So how in the world do we find the real stories hidden inside all of it? Well, today we're going to explore R, a programming language that was literally designed to do just that. It's the go-to tool for data scientists, statisticians, and analysts pretty much everywhere. This sentence right here, it comes from the creators of R themselves, and it just perfectly nails why this language is such a big deal. It isn't just another language you can code in. It was built from the ground up to find meaning and see patterns in numbers. And trust me, it's not just for academics in ivory towers. We're talking about giants like Google and Amazon, who rely on R every single day to make sense of their mountains of data. From figuring out user behavior to forecasting sales, these companies use R to turn raw info into actual strategy. That alone should tell you this is a skill that really, really matters in the real world. So we've laid this explainer out to be your roadmap. We're going to start with the big picture, why R even matters. Then we'll cover the essentials and the tools you'll need. After that, we'll look at the basic building blocks. And finally, we'll get you pointed in the right direction for your own data journey. Sound good? Let's dive in. Okay, first things first. Let's really nail down what R is and why it's become so essential for anyone who touches data. There are a lot of programming languages out there, right? So what makes this one so special? The best way to think about it is as a super specialized language. It was designed from its very core to handle stats and to make data look good, visualize it effectively. Sure, other languages can do this stuff, but for R, it's not a side gig. It's the main event. It speaks the language of data like a native. Now here's where it gets really interesting. What makes R so different isn't just about what it does. It's about how its whole philosophy and its community give it its power. So let's get into its core identity. This right here is a total game changer. Open source is just a fancy way of saying it's completely free. No subscription fees, no licenses, nothing. There's zero cost to get started. And that has just fueled its massive, massive growth. Anybody, anywhere on the planet can download it and start working right now. And that community spirit has given R its superpower. More than 9,000, you heard that right, 9,000 contributed packages. Just think of them like free apps for your phone. Need to make a gorgeous interactive map? Oh, there's a package for that. Want to build a complex machine learning model? Yep, there's a package for that too. These things extend what R can do almost infinitely. So, are you convinced? Ready to jump in? The great news is that getting started is surprisingly simple. Let's walk through the basic toolkit you're going to need to kick off your journey. It's really just a simple two-step dance. First, you install something called base R. Think of this like the powerful engine of a race car. It has all the horsepower, but it's not exactly easy to handle on its own. That brings us to step 2. You install RStudio. RStudio is like the car's dashboard, the steering wheel, the comfy seats. It's the user-friendly interface that lets you actually control that powerful engine. It makes the whole experience way, way easier. And once you open RStudio, this is basically what you'll see. It's this brilliantly organized space, your workbench, that's designed specifically for working with data. You write your code in the script window, you run it and see the output in the console, you can keep an eye on all your data in the environment, and my favorite part, you see your beautiful charts and graphs pop up in the plot pane. See? Everything has its own perfect little spot. Okay, so to actually work with data, you need a way to store it, right? Just like any language has words and sentences, R has its own fundamental pieces for holding information. Let's go over the absolute basics you're going to run into. So, the most basic building block of all is the variable. Seriously, just think of it like a labeled box. You give the box a name, maybe my_age, and then you put something inside it, like the number 30. From now on, whenever you need that number, you just use the name my_age. Simple as that. Now, when you put something in that variable box, R needs to know what kind of thing it is. Is it a number that you can do math with? Is it some text you just want to display? Or is it a simple yes or no, a true or false? These are the most common data types, and they are the absolute foundation for everything else you're going to do.
A vector is one of the most fundamental things in R. Don't let the name scare you. It's just a list of items that are all the same type. So it could be a list of numbers or a list of names. But you can't have a mix of numbers and names in the same vector. This rule, this consistency, is what makes R so incredibly fast and efficient with them.
And now for the most important structure of all, the data frame. Honestly, the easiest way to get your head around this is to just picture a spreadsheet, like something you'd see in Excel or Google Sheets. That's it. Each row is a single observation, like a customer or a product. and each column is a piece of information about it, like their age, or the price, or their name. So there we have it. We've gone from the big why R matters question all the way down to the tiny little building blocks it uses. Let's just quickly pull it all together and recap the key things to take away from all this. All right, so what do you really need to remember? 1. R is the industry standard for stats. 2. It's free and backed by an amazing community with a superpower of over 9,000 packages. 3. Getting started is a piece of cake, just a 2-step install. And 4, the heart and soul of data in R is the data frame, which is basically just your friendly neighborhood spreadsheet. And this is really why any of this matters. Learning R gives you this incredible ability to find and share the stories that are hiding in plain sight within data. It's a skill that empowers you to ask smarter questions and find real, meaningful answers in a world that is just overflowing with noise. We really hope this explainer has sparked your curiosity to go out and find some of those stories for yourself.